Flattery will get you everywhere. Oh, yes. Magnificent. Hello?
Hello, lovelies. Welcome to the stream tonight. So today we are at day 1 of the Delhi Renaissance Festival Impalong, over on Deliverance, obviously. I tell you what, I'm going to get you seeing what I can see, but this is our annual Easter Impalong on the Southern Freedom Isles. Da-da-da. So I've been here for a few hours. Since yesterday, technically, but whatever. We had some people so eager to start imping that they were arriving yesterday. The Impalong officially kicked off about 2 p.m. my time today, and we have just had a ritual Ritual of the Sun cast on Deliverance. So we're going to be getting meteorites, and if anybody is a mag follower, now's the time to use up all of your sleep bonus. So you can come and pray sometime in the next 24 hours and get it all back again. So, hello to everybody in chat. I think I greeted you all separately, but hello anyway. Hello, Bun. Hello, Northleys. I assume that's Nordleys in another form. Hello, Moomin. Hello, Sam. Myra, Mimas, Chessie, Robbie, Oliphus. Hello, all of you guys. Sorry if I've missed anybody there, and hello to anybody else who is lurking.
Oh, yes.
Hello, Tantail.
Magnificent.
So, so we are at the Delhi Renaissance Festival. It is on the north coast of Delhi, super easy to find if you're heading over. It runs through to Sunday, and the Easter event in Wurm is due to kick off on Sunday morning, so there'll be a little bit of an overlap there. But obviously this is an Easter-themed event, so there's going to be an Easter egg hunt here before the bunny even starts dropping their eggs on Saturday, and lots of other games and things besides. So if you haven't yet packed up your boat or hopped in a portal to come over here, there are summons available if you don't have the ability to get here yourself by boat or by other means, by road if you're a Delhi player. But I imagine it's going to start. We've got 57 people in local already, but I think it's going to pick up even more across the evening as people start to finish work, clock off for the long weekend, those of you that have got a long weekend. So I did do a stream here before when we were doing some prep work. So some of you might have already seen this site before, even if you've not actually visited. But we've got our first, as far as we know, game of Hangman live streamed ever in Wurm, starting in just under half an hour. But in the time before that, I'm going to just do a little bit of a ride around to show people where things are, talk you through some of the games that are going to be running this weekend, trying not to cause too much mischief. I'm on horseback, so there's limited mischief that I can do in this format for now. But yes, there's also lovely people in local who are fielding lots of questions. I'm streaming every day of the event this weekend. So there is, if you join the DRF Discord, there is a list of the times that I'm going to be streaming up in the media channel there. And also I will just pop an activity list into the chat for anybody who is not yet here or not yet on the DRF channel. And if you would like to join the DRF Discord, assuming that somebody hasn't already posted it, which I don't think they have, there is a link there to join the DRF Discord, so you can stay up to date on things just there. But I'm going to be doing a little bit of streaming on every day of the event, assuming I don't lose my voice or my PC doesn't blow up in the interim. And some of the events I am going to be, some of the games I'm going to be live streaming as we go. Some I will be running and some I will just be streaming as other people run them. But if you want to participate, you do need to be here at the event, participating in local. So just a heads up for anybody who gets excited about playing remotely, you can't. Sus. So, oh, Bun. Bun, what did you... Oh... Bun was doing ceilings and threatening to sort of like tessellate them in all different directions, which I see he hasn't, but we have got it part dyed in some kind of pattern. So anyway, minor distractions from Bun's ceilings aside, this is the so what is an Impalong? We're just about to get to that. So this is the main Impalong building, and there are several other ones on site. An Impalong is a community event in Wurm. Welcome to the chat, by the way, OPG. An Impalong is a community event in Wurm where players come together to imp up one another's tools, equipment, weapons, whatever, you name it, and to enchant it for free, for love. for the sake of the community. So a lot of people will gather here and bring whatever skills they've got to the table. You can come and help imp stuff whatever level your skills are at, but for enchanting we ask that people enchanting other people's stuff be at least channeling 70, and if you're only just at channeling 70, maybe steer away from the ones that are harder to replace. Like if people have put rare or supreme items in there, maybe don't risk that. So it's a 4-day event in this instance for anybody in Wurm to come and get their own things imped, to help other people have their things imped, and to play games. There will be games running across the course of the weekend. So if you're arriving at the Delhi Renaissance Festival, there are docks just down there where you can park your boats. If you want your boat imped, you just want to sail into a ship imping cave, like through a tunnel just to the right-hand side as you approach, and you can park your ship down there for imping. If you're bringing a wagon or a cart and you want that imped as well, I don't actually know if we've got dedicated imping spaces, but leave it somewhere and it'll get imped. Or ask somebody. Maybe Bum will tell you. And I'll give you a quick tour of the imping building. We've got a hotel here with free beds for anybody who wants them. So you are, of course, welcome to bring a tent, drop it in the campground, particularly if you might be interested in taking part in any arena shenanigans, which may happen across the course of the event. We've got an arena up here. Sometimes we do deadly battles there. You might want to drop a tent in case you die. But for sleep bonus alone, doesn't help that I'm on a horse, so I keep backing up when I mean to go forward. For sleep bonus, you don't need to have a bedroll with you. There are free beds here. You can just go and take one. No rooms are assigned. You just pick an empty bed and sleep in it if and when you want to. So that is the hotel just opposite the imping building. And then up here we've got a few more buildings over this way, which I will show you briefly, and then we're just going to go back to the imping building, take a look at that. So games running across the course of the event. It is a big long list, guys. In fact, it's so long that I'm not going to rely on remembering them all off the top of my head. So there are several passive games that are running, which means you can submit your answers for them at any point during the event up until the deadline on Sunday. In and among those, we have It's a Sign, which involves finding hidden signs all over the deed, putting the words together from that to identify the song that they are from, and then sending your answer in. All of the instructions for this are on the web link that I added. We've got guessing booths, which are just here on the Guess It building. Instructions are on site for those. The game that we're going to be running in 15 minutes is Hangman. That's going to be in the game hall over here, as is a game of 0 to 100, which Myra's going to be running later in the event. We've got some free items over there. If you've arrived on site and realised that you haven't got something, want to get something imped up, you can get free items from that building over there. We've got some other games like Flying Cows across the weekend. If you want to find out if cows can fly, come along to one of those. And the Flying Cows site is just over on the southeast side of the deed. Over in that direction, you can identify it by all the brightly coloured flags. There is a museum quiz that you can take part in, and again, there's signs outside the front of the museum with how to take part, how to submit your answers for that. We've also got a player marketplace here, so if you want to come place your merchants, there are already a lot down, but there's also plenty of spaces still available. So if you are packing up and on your way to the Impalong and you've got some things you want to sell in a personal merchant contract in your inventory, bring it all along, set up a merchant, just speak to any staff member when you get here and we'll set you up. This is the arena where danger, death and mayhem sometimes happen from time to time. Only sometimes. We've got various games of things like Find the Cheese, which happen down in the distillery, down in the ship imping cave, also known as the shrimping cave, if you keep misreading Myra's messages like the rest of us do. And I'm sure that there's more besides. I'm going to be running Blaze has hidden oddly shaped Easter eggs, i.e. short swords, all over the site, which if you can find them all, you combine the words into a question and then submit the question and the answer to score points. We're doing a fishing competition over the weekend. There'll be an Easter egg hunt on Saturday, and I'm going to be running a game of Go Fetch at least once during the weekend, probably on Saturday night. If I can squeeze a second one in, I will. I've also got some trivia that I might be doing ad hoc in sort of like short, quick fire rounds. But we'll see how we get on because we've got a pretty jam-packed weekend. So give me a moment. Show them the die shop. I will when we go over to do Hangman. I will show them Sid's die shop, which I built on stream a few weeks ago, in fact. So it would be nice to see that now it's all filled out. So the Impalong building is accessible on horseback or by cart from every level because there are ramps and slopes up to it. But you can also wind your way up through stairs on the inside. So on the very top floor, as is tradition, this is where all of the forges are. If you're bringing along weapons, tools, blacksmithing items, those kinds of things to be imped, they need to go in the respective forges. Likewise, chainmail, platesmithing, all of that can be done here. Just make sure that you put your name on any item you drop in to be imped or enchanted. We will imp things up to 70 at an Impalong, and the enchanting target for spells is also 70. But there are goodie bags being given away that will be given away with a ticket in each of them for one imp up to quality 90 for an item of your choosing. So there's chances to get some stuff imped a little bit higher. We've also got up on this level, I think, we've got pottery and stone cutting up here as well. Then the next level down, one floor down, we've got most of the other crafts and imping stations. So for example, we've got toy making in the middle here, we've got leatherworking and cloth tailoring over there, carpentry over in this corner. There's a papyrus making station just there. I'm sure I've missed some more, but you can just have a look around and find a lot of these for yourself, as long as you know sort of roughly where you're going. So that's our two kind of imping stations. On the middle floor, we've got the pizzeria. This will be the meeting place for a couple of the games and also the hand-in place for answers for some of the games. You can also just sit here and treat this like an AFK lounge if you want, so that the priests downstairs can still benefit from your presence when they are sermoning. And there is food available in this LMC here, which I might as well eat because I'm dropping a little bit and I always forget to eat in game. So you can help yourself to the food in there. You just eat it straight out of the LMC. Top yourself up as you go, and there are fountains all over the place. We've got a guest book tucked up here, accessed by a ladder. There's also, because several of the games require you to write things down and submit them, there is paper and pens available in a cart here, and there's another one outside the museum. Sounds like more meteors. And then finally on the ground floor, in the basement, if you like, of the Impalong building, this is the enchanting area. This is where priests are hanging out, sermons are being held. And if you want items enchanted, again, you just need to put your name on them.
How are you?
Ideally, put the enchant that you want on it, and drop it into the appropriate shelves, so they're broken down by the different gods. If you're not sure which god does the spell you want or what kind of spell you should be putting on a given item, you can always just ask in local. People will be as helpful as they can. So, now that I've just talked for like 10 minutes solid, give me a second to just catch up on chat, and then we will go and start getting ready to kick off Hangman. I'm going to take a drink as well, because I need my voice to last 4 days. Oh, there you go. So, yep, started doing spontaneous Hangman in a live chat. That's how we got there. What else have we got? Oh, thank you for the sub,
Yes.
Samwise.
Yes.
Thank you for the follow, Noodle. Hope you're feeling a little bit better. Give me 1 second. Games galore indeed. I will show you the die shop in a minute. Did I miss any games off the list? Did I miss any games off the list, or did I get them all? I'm sure I probably missed one with all of those games that I was running out. Easter eggs, fishing, flying cow. Oh, Bun was here. So we've got another new game for this year. Bun was here. For anybody who's ever done any treasure hunting, that phrase will be familiar with you already, probably. But so Bun has taken some selfies out on his travels all over Deliverance, and is going to be posting up pictures of where he has been. If you can correctly identify it and submit it, you can also get some points for that. There will be 7 of those done across the weekend. Now I think I've gotten all the games. Tanto, you want to go grab your ship after Hangman? It's a really good place to get your ship imped. I think most of my ships have been imped up at Impalongs because my shipbuilding is nowhere near good enough for that. Okay, right. I think I'm all caught up on stream chat, but if anybody says hello in stream chat or something and you feel like I've missed you, please do just keep messaging in there because it is super, super easy. Why am I just... got my hands on the wrong keys. Super easy for me to miss messages while I'm streaming. There are so many things to pay attention to and several chats, and it's going to get even more complicated when I attempt to run a game live on stream and in local and control 2 tunes. What could possibly go wrong? So, Sam, you're slowly on your way in your crude canoe. Well done, you. So, I'm going to head over to the building where we are going to be running Hangman. I made an announcement in local and in the Discord about 20 minutes ago, our 30-minute warning. And in a couple of minutes, I'm going to make another announcement so that people can come and volunteer to take part in this game. We don't yet know how long it's going to take to run, so I don't know how many contestants I will be able to put through each round. You're just going to have to bear with us while we figure that stuff out for the first time running it. But whilst I'm here with a couple of minutes to spare, I'm just going to go and take a quick nosy in this lovely, if I do say so myself, building that I built for Sid a few weeks ago on stream, because Sid has popped up a beautiful dye shop here and will be around on and off across the weekend, I'm sure, if you want to order dyes from her or ask her tricksy questions about how to dye things, what kind of dyes to use on different fabrics, how to achieve certain colours. So while you're around, come and have a peruse of this shop if dyes are your jam, and if they're not, maybe just come and have a look anyway because it's so gemmy and colourful. And don't forget to go and visit the marketplaces, which are in the pottery brick buildings just over there. If Tantail, you tickled me. I was on the move as well. Had I paused for a moment? Go and visit the marketplace buildings while you're here, if you're interested in that sort of stuff. Because it's a nice brief opportunity for a load of merchants to come together for just a few days for an event. So that is a brief look at the site. The only site that I didn't show you actually is tucked around the back here. We've got a whole load of cows lined up if you want to come and grind some dairy making. Look at all of those lovely cows, or animal husbandry. You could do that over here. And if you are trying to find the basement for Find the Cheese, you can of course just sail into the cave, but if you're on foot, this is the bit that you want down here. This cave entrance here will take you down into the basement area where you can go and find the distillery in order to play Find the Cheese. There we go. So bear with me a second. I'm just going to do my 5-minute announcement in local, and we're going to start assembling people for first game of Hangman. And let's hope that it's not too chaotic. Right, so posting this in local, but once I have posted it in local and on the Discord, I will just give you guys a summary for those that can't easily read it, where the text is tiny or you're watching on a small screen. So, time for a game of Hangman. It's due to kick off in 5 minutes. We will probably be a few minutes late just because these things always take a little bit longer to set up than I hope they will. I'm not actually, I think I'm not going to post all of that in Discord again. I'm going to post that first one, but the rest of the instructions I'm going to put in local, because if you're not in local by now, you're probably not joining this game anyway. So I'm going to get up to the hall and then I will post the rest. Let's go to the gaming hall. Did I update the times? I updated it with the wrong time. So good of me. Whoops. Or did I? 5:30 PM USD. 6:30. It's not UST, is it? It's server time. Or is it? I think it's actually 7:30 p.m. server time. I'm so helpful. Right. Hangman is not going to be that fast, Anine, I'm sorry. A lot of the games will struggle to run in that time. Yeah. The server time is, I think, well, you guys can figure it out. But if you go onto the activities page, that's been set up with some magic so that it will show you all of the activities in your local time. And now that I've just amended that sign, I'm just going to check. Wrong one. Yes, 7:30 server time. Phew, kind of got it right. Yeah. So let's just find some people to play. And I'm going to drop my horse off somewhere where it can graze because I've got a special spot that I'm going to go and sit in for this game. So we have never tried, right? Aliana's up first. Excellent. We have not tried running Hangman in Wurm before, to the best of my knowledge. So I've got my little throne up here, which I'm going to sit in. So we've set up a board, which we think will work just fine, but now we're really going to test it and find out if it does. So I have got a toon who's going to do the running around over here so that you guys can all see what I'm doing up on stream. And let me just make sure that I'm keeping track of who's going to play. Right, let's turn the UI off for now so that you can all see the board. Oh, yeah, UTC +2 because the servers are in Sweden. So I've got some more instructions, which I'm going to put in local, and then I will tell you guys about it. But I suppose I'm going to need to put my UI back up for that. Nah, let's just do it on my my lackey, my alt. So, poor Stickman Stan got sticky-fingered and tried to make off with some eggs from the Easter Bunny's egg basket for his breakfast because Stan is not very bright and does not know that Easter Bunny Easter eggs are not edible. So his grumbly tummy got him in trouble, and it seems only fair that we teach him a lesson or two about cooking while we try and save his neck. That's my very, very, dodgy premise for the theme of the phrases at this Hangman event. So we are going to pluck a worm recipe at random out of a specially curated list. I'm going to set up those green signs to show how many letters are in the word that is picked. And for the person who is the participant of the round, all you've got to do is try to guess letters to find the missing words and complete the phrase. Simple, right? Maybe. However, the tyrannical Easter Bunny is a little bit short of patience and eager to get back to her egg distribution duties. So for every letter that you guess wrong, the poor stickman up on the board is going to find himself one step closer to a very sticky end indeed. But I hope you're appreciating all of these puns. On the 11th stroke, poor stickman Stan will be hanged. And if he's hanged, you go home with no points. Alas. However, if you manage to get enough guesses right that you can guess it before he meets his sticky end, you will get 1,000 points minus 50 points for every guess you got wrong. So even if it takes you a long time to get there, as long as he doesn't die, you get to go home with some points. That's the theory, anyway. And just a small point for any of you lovely folks who have really enjoyed the cooking system. Pretty please, if you're someone who's done a fair bit of cooking in Wurm, particularly if you're taking part in this game, be a good sport, keep your cookbook closed. And as for the rest of you, swatting up for future games or shouting out answers in local or in stream chat, please let the player play the game. Couple of small points to note, and then we can kick off. This game does not account for any punctuation. So if there are apostrophes or something in it, you just have to pretend there aren't. They're not going to be represented by spaces or boards. And there are, for those of you that have dabbled in the cooking system, you will know that there are some recipes which get named after the first player to discover them on each server. So those have a different player's name attached to them on every server. Some of those might be in the mix, but they won't include the player's name if so. So there you go. And oh, that was only half a message. Let me just post the rest. So we are kicking off with, who are we kicking off with? Tell you what, let's pop my UI back up on this one just for a little bit so I can see past all of my stuff. Aliana, do you have any questions? Does anybody else have any questions before we kick off? Noodle, you've got the least knowledge of Wurm and life. Well, most recipes contain some recognisable words, so most of them are not going to be like wildly out there. Some of them might be more difficult than others, that's why we're randomising it. But as somebody who eats food in life, I'm sure you could take a good punt once you had enough letters at most of the ones there. Guessing, exactly. So let me just scroll down. Any questions before we kick off? He definitely eats food, Myra can confirm. So I'm going to move my my lackey down to the chair, and let's get our first contestant up. No, where we say our guesses, Aliana, in local. So Aliana's going to come and take a chair and generate a random number for us, which will allow me to pick which one from the list she has to guess at. Especially sweet food. We're just having a food chatting over on the chat there. Nice. Okay. Okay. So Aliana has rolled 1 out of a possible 40. So bear with me a second while I go and set the board. Let's pop that in there for anybody who isn't on stream. Just bear with me a couple of seconds and I'm going to go and set this all up. So as you can see, Bun and I were testing this the other day, which is why it says Bun was here. It only took him, I don't know, 3 wrong guesses before he clocked what it was. But you're going to have to just sort of watch my concentrating face for a moment while I go and reset this board. Any wrong guesses are going to appear on these red signs along the bottom, so that we will have a way of tracking which ones have already been guessed incorrectly. Hello, Wendell. How you doing? Right. So recipe number one. Okay. Oh, this one is going to use the full set, I think. So, nope. Let's turn them the right way round. 1. That one can stay like it is. So I will put this again in local as well for a moment in case Aliana isn't watching. But for anybody who is watching on stream, the signs that are turned sideways, those ones represent the spaces, and the ones that are turned forward represent the phrases. So I've also got to be very, very good and not mouth the letters as I'm counting my way across. Okay, right. I think that is all set. So let me now just pop the same in chat. And then we will kick off. So the green boards are your words, with each board representing a letter and each sideways board representing a space. And incorrect guesses will be logged on the red boards, so you can see what letters you've already guessed. I think we're good to go, guys. Spaces and phrases. Is that my new book? No, but I have brought some blank books along, so I'm hoping to add to my library collection at this event. Is she ready? Gonna turn my UI back. No, you know what? You can see it. You can see it from there. At least that way you can see her guesses in chat. Right, she's ready. We're going to kick off. We're going to go for it. It's only 7 minutes after we've tried to run it. Okay, starting off with E. Good shout. People often start off these games with vowels because most words have them. Sometimes that will scupper you a little bit, but it's always a good place to start. So, one. And 2. She's guessed E. And there are, in fact, three E's in this. So, well done. Good start. Next guess. Are you guys... Yeah, you can just about see those letters, maybe? Although if you're watching this stream on a small screen, appreciate that might be hard. We've got 3 E's on the board so far. Ooh, tell you what, though. Let's take the hanged man back down, shall we? Because he ain't hanged yet. But any wrong ones that she gets, we're going to slowly rebuild him. So there are 11 strikes, essentially. On the 11th wrong answer, the hangman is hanged, and it's game over. But with any luck, we won't get anywhere close to that. So next guess is C, which is also a correct guess. Let's have a look. See, we've got 1 here. And we've got 1 here. So 2 guesses so far, both of them correct. She's doing super. Why is the hanging man happy? He's not happy. Not at all. How did you read that as spices and phrases? Okay, next guess. L. L. Shinzo thinks that they've already got it. I suspect some others might as well. Right, next guess. L. That is also a correct guess. C, super easy way to get points. Everybody should come and play. What's the next guess going to be? If any of you have got it in stream chat, by the way, just zip it till she's had her final guess, till she's won the game, and then you can all tell me how you knew it all along or something. Oh. I think that might be her first wrong guess, you know. Right. First piece of the gallows goes up. This wouldn't have been possible to do with a display like this until a couple of years ago. It's only because they started letting us put things on walls, and gave us some kind of building blocks to put on walls, these festive parts that I had left over from several Christmases ago, that it became possible to actually start building wall displays. So we knocked out the back wall of this place and turned it essentially into a gigantic whiteboard, so that we could do things on it. And I'm sure there's a lot more fun that we can have with it. Okay, next guess is A. Which is a correct guess. How are you guys doing there in chat? We're all just hanging in there. So we've got... almost got one complete word over here. Somebody's helping a local and I've asked them nicely not to. The reason for this is because by your powers combined, you probably all know them all. P. Next guess is P. Oh, she getting there. She getting there. All right. For those of you that are able to see this on stream, or who are watching it in local, this might be about to become...
Take my money.
It's a big one. Let's try that again. It might be starting to take shape if it wasn't already. So next guess, we've got we've got two words with only one bit left, which I imagine she is about to be filling in, but we've still got a whole big section in the middle. And at some point during running this game across the weekend, I'm almost certainly going to miss a letter somewhere that I'm supposed to put it. I will try very, very hard not to. But, ooh, exactly like that, Noodle. Exactly like that. Let's do that as a capital. Somebody done me a whoops yet? M next. So M is a good guess.
Whoops. Nobody saw that.
Bound to happen, doing too many things at once. Hello, welcome to the chat nightmare. If you do see me miss one, and you're pretty sure you know what it is, you are welcome to PM Catherine, because then it won't show up on stream in case you are right or wrong or accidentally giving the game away. N next. N. There is no N in this phrase. Which means I get to build another bit of the gallows. And you know what? I've just been sitting there being like, what is that sound? Who's shoving stuff around? And of course, it's me. It's me turning signs, I guess. Let's... try another. I mean, she's doing pretty well. She's only got 2 wrong so far. Let me just check that I haven't missed any others, because I'm a bit paranoid now. Don't think I have. Noodle, not sure what you're messaging me, but if it's not safe to open up on stream, shout now. V. Gonna try for a V. Alas. There is not a V. Let's pop another bit of the thing up. In fairness, the Hangman hasn't even reached the noose yet, so she's still got plenty of opportunities. Noodle, I don't dare open it, just in case. Yeah, probably not safe to open it, says Myra. Oh, no, wait, hang on. It's not on stream, it's on Catherine. I can open that one. We're all good. You're not supposed to just send me your guesses by PM, though, guys. Just if you notice I've missed something. Whoever did that, thank you very much. That's exactly what I wanted, a nice earful of gross sounds in local. You're banned. Right. Aliana, try again. K. Okay, K is a good guess. We're getting there. So we've got 1 word of the 3 revealed. We have cake. 2, in fact, because I missed a letter. My bad. So we've got it's an apple something cake. I'm not even going to get as far as his head at this rate. Now, we've already had L, so I'm going to assume that is an I. That's a nope, though. Where's my I? There's my I. Alas, no. You are missing stuff, Ruffle. Hello. How you doing? Let's go and put another bit of the scaffolding up. There's one I find I've miscounted, but I don't think I have. We've got 1 more bit of scaffolding, and then the hanged man starts getting hung. Hanged? Hung? I think it's actually hanged. A picture is hung and a person is hanged, I think. Yep, keep it shut, Ruffle. I think a few people have guessed it, but the contestant has not. So just shush for now. We'll get there. Okay, so... You can do this, Aliana. I appreciate that word games are more tricky as well for people who don't have English as a first language. So this game is definitely going to be more difficult for some people than others. And as Noodle said earlier, if you're not somebody who's been really into cooking or food in general, it will probably be a little bit trickier for you. But, you know, we can only do what we can do. Okay, so she's guessed H. Not this time. Wah, wah. No H. Where is my eye? A book by me. Right. Okay, the gallows is taking shape. It's all going downhill. Can she bring it back? Gallows is built. Try another. Who's Hammond? Don't let the dogs out. Well done, Noodle. This is, I mean, in fairness, this is a favourite of mine. So, but I don't know. Also, some of these recipes are maybe more familiar in some countries than others as well. Yups, maybe they do. Maybe they do. Maybe they're just not familiar. Maybe they're just not familiar with it. U, we've got a U. All right. Now. U is correct. There are just 2 letters left to get. And how many pieces left to the hangman? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's got 5 more wrong guesses before the hangman gets hanged on the 6th. Two letters left to get. Memers, you didn't get the memo. Don't shout it out in stream. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Just 1 letter left. Yay! And we have our apple crumble cake. Well done to those of you that did guess it earlier. Or PM'd me your guesses, or accidentally shouted them out in chat. Okay, so well done. So we got there in the end, and I have for Aliana, I actually have a copy of this recipe as well.
Well done.
Because, you know, if you're going to do a game where you have to learn recipes, you might as well get to go away and learn the recipe. So I'm just going to pop the thing in local. Telling her that she can add that recipe to her cookbook if she doesn't already have it. Or trade it to another player if you do. Right. Now, what I should have done ages ago was written down the list, the order in which people shouted. So I'm going to go do that now. Let's go and find out who else put their hand up to play. So next. Next we've got Tantail. And how long did that take us? So we sat down about 20 minutes. And Aliana has won how many points? Let's just log that in local as well. So in this game, you start off with 1,000 points, and for every wrong answer, you lose 50. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wrong answers. So that is 750 points, which is pretty good. £750 points and a copy of the recipe. Yes. You can try and join the queue ruffle. I'm just now going to go and try and get a log of the people in order and do a shout out in case I have missed anybody. But I think we're probably not going to if it's taking 20 minutes a pop. What time are we on? We're just coming up for 7. We'll probably get through another 3 or 4 people at least. We might get through some more. We'll see how we go. I don't want to run too late because there is other games running later, and we want a break to get people actually going and imping stuff. So let me just go and check who we've got where. I'm going to make a list in local, and make sure that I haven't missed anybody. So there we go, time for our game. So I've got Aliana, Tantail, Trixie, who was maybe asking, then we've got Noodle, then Miawara. Is that everybody? I think then we got into the... Oh. Where do we say our guesses? Right. Let me just see if anybody has asked since. Ruffle, I know that you just have. Ruffle, if you haven't already asked in local, do, because I've got to take it from local. But you may have already, as I'm just getting down there. So... Okay. Ruffle. Have I missed anyone? So, Tantail. Tantail is already in seat. Okay, so do you need another rundown of the rules? You just write, I want to play in local. Hello, Calvert. How you doing, Mistress of Murder? A big pugwash hello. Does that mean you are sailing the pug boat over at some point this evening, Calvert? Screenshot that chat. You were thinking apple casserole cake. No, that is not a thing, Myra. Okay. Tantail's listening, so they are okay. Well, Tantail, I don't think you don't need to mute it because I'm not going to say it out loud, but maybe focus on local chat instead of stream chat. Hopefully it will all be fine. I don't know, Calvert, I was just asking. I thought your big sort of, pugwash hello maybe meant that you were going to bring your inflatable pug boat out of the pool for a trip. So for anybody who has just joined us in chat, we are playing Hangman over at the Delhi Renaissance Festival Impalong, which is running from today through to Sunday. It's the first time we've tried doing this live in game, so it's a little bit tricksy because I'm doing like 100 things at once. But if as people are playing, you think you can see the answer, please don't shout it out in local or on the stream chat. Let the player play the game. And if you've got cookbooks stuffed full of recipes and you plan to play this at some point over the course of the weekend, be a good sport and maybe don't have a look in your cookbook for a while just in case. So I'm just going to go and reset the board. But first I'm going to get Tantail to roll random. We've had one taken off the list, so it's now going to be random 39. And then I will reset the board. So let me pull up my list. Tantail has rolled 27. So bear with me. And I will reset the board. I might regret trying to run all of these on stream, Maybe we'll have to do some shuffling. Ooh, rubber ducks. Are you in my new bathtub, Calvert? toilets. I think I've just built the best bathtub in Wurm, guys. Even better than my Puzzle Kings full hot tub. Although when my hot tub is complete, that is going to be very special, all in its own way. But we're not going to show you pictures, so no, I don't have to do them on stream, Bun. At the moment, I've lined up my stream times so that I can do them on stream. But hang on, I'm getting distracted. So let me just go and get my list back in order. Let's do one of those. So we're going to knock Apple Crumble Cake out of the running, renumber the rest of our list, and number... Ooh. What did we say? Number 27. All right. Nice. We like this one. Time to reset the board. So how's everybody else doing? Those of you who are in stream chat are... Oh, well, I know Calvert's not yet at the event. Are the rest of you already here? I've seen some of you in local. Some of you I don't necessarily know your toon names if they don't match your Twitch names. Maybe I should have got help renaming all of my boards. You're still travelling, are you, Sam? How's the weather out there? Alive. Alive nightmare. Are you coming along to the Impalong? Calvert is just dandy. Is that because it's the end of the work week for you now, Calvert? Finally clocked off. Wendell, you've just arrived at the Impalong. Excellent stuff. And I'm also going to just... in fact, Myra, if you are Myra or Bun, if you're in chat, could you do me a favour and could you just post in local that this is being streamed and just post the stream link for anybody who is just arriving on site or who is joining late so they know that some of the action is happening over here as well. I am trying very, very hard to make sure that that anything I put on stream is also more or less being put in local where it pertains to the game, because not everybody will be watching. But it's a little bit of a mixed bag. I appreciate you guys. Some of you are here in local and here on stream, and some of you are only in one place or the other. So the main thing that I want is to make sure that whoever is playing the game gets all the information that they need in local. Right, so now we're going to reset. We've reset the game board. Now we're going to set it up. Think like this. One second, let me have a look. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to turn those back around. Ah, we're getting there, guys. Just bear with me. Right. Right, let me just double check my board, but I think we are there. Ready? I am going to go and take that Hangman back down, although we never actually got as far as the Hanged Man. But let's take these pieces back down so that Tantail does not start at a gross disadvantage. That's if I can select them. These festive pipes are sometimes a little bit tricky. Okay. So I'm just going to remind people in local. To please let Tantail guess and don't shout out clues or answers. Okay, first guess, E. Very, very popular first pick. Bit of a stressful day for you, Ruffle. I'm sorry to hear that. Hello, Wolfmeyer. Some of you still stuck at the Fisher. Yeah, I bet you are. That thing is just hanging on for dear life, isn't it? So, E. Correct guess. So we've got one here. We've got one here. I can hear somebody butchering a pig. And then... oh, we've got several E's here, in fact. Very good first guess. 5 E's. This one might be a quick one. Maybe we'll squeeze some more in. So, go again. It's okay, you can pet the bunny now. Wait, which bunny? Oh, you mean Ruffle can pet the bunny now. I was going to say, don't pet Pom, that goes badly. We know what happened to Calvert when he petted her with a snowball. A. There is also an A. Just the one. Hello, Madoon. Welcome to chat. Now, Madoon, we are playing a game of Hangman here, which is based on recipes in the Wurm cookbook. So, I've asked people who might think they know it to please, pretty please, do not. Do not shout it out in chat, in local or on stream. And if you want to play this at any point across the weekend, keep your cookbook closed, play fair. Because particularly if you've been exploring more cooking in the game. Whoa, the lights just went out. But hang on, I've got something for this. Bun made me a super special lantern, which says Crim's streaming ring light. And don't listen to anybody who tells you that it says anything else besides. So, P. Oh, there is no P. Whoops. First bit of the scaffolding is going to get to go up. Alas. No P. You're up to 462 now. Well, as you well know, I cannot open up my cookbook on stream to compare. Because that feels like a trap right there. Okay, Tantail's next guess is T. And lucky for them, there are in fact 2 T's. We're getting something very close to a no P in the pool. Comment happening there. Oh, this one is taking shape super fast. Look at that. There's only, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blank spaces to go. S. There it is. Why are some of the signs facing the wrong way? So the green ones that are turned sideways on. Hello, Illuminati. Illuminati. No, it's not. I don't know what that is, I'm afraid. But welcome to the stream. Madoon, some of the signs are facing the wrong way because the green ones, where they're signed to the side, they represent the gap. The red ones along the bottom are where we are marking incorrect guesses so that we can log them as we go. Only a couple left to go. VTM, as in the only VTM I know is Vampire the Masquerade. In which case, no, not to do with that. There is actually a story. There is actually a story behind where Crimson Earth came from, but perhaps not. Not in the middle of a game stream that I am struggling to run several things at once. U. Tantail has guessed U. There is no U. No U. Now, did I forget to put another thing up on the board? How many wrong guesses have we had? Is it just the 2? Okay, I did not forget. Let's go and build another bit of the scaffold. For anybody who has joined us recently, we're at an Impalong over on Delhi. It is up on the centre of the north coast, just here. It's running through to Sunday. Come get your stuff imped and enchanted for free. Come and skill up things, imping other people's stuff up for free. If you would like to, come and play games, get points, and if you get enough points, you may also get prizes. We've got a C from Tantail. There is no C either, alas. And you're off to such a good start, Tantail. No C. Another bit of the scaffold. Yeah, Ruffle. It's not often we come across somebody else who's like, yes. Who knows what VTM is? What am I doing? I am placing... Woo! Placing my festive pipes the wrong way round. Here we go. Tantail's guessing at a G. It's all going downhill from here, Tantail. You can do it. You can do it. But alas, there is no G in it. Tantail's guessing faster than I can put up the thing at this point. Right, hang on. Right, so. Right. One more bit of scaffolding to go after this. If they guess wrong, we've got a B. Pretty sure that's... Yep, we got a B. There is no B. Uh-oh. No B. Any minute now, I'm going to get to start finally putting my Hangman up on the board. I can feel it. I can feel it. This is the last bit of the scaffolding. And then we start with his head. Like, in some ways, I mean, some of these are both tricksy and hard, right? Like some of them have got a lot of common letters, which makes them feel like they're going to be easy, but then getting the last bits to see or not to be, says Nordley. Putting up bits of Moomix. Yes, I am. No, this is Stickman Stan, who is being hanged potentially for his crimes against the Easter Bunny. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, no B, M. Tantail is guessing M. M is a good guess. Just, how many have we got? We've got 2. Wait, hang on. No, I missed one there. Now, if you have never done any of the cooking in Wurm, this one might be a little bit tricksy. But actually, I think the trickiest bit is out of the way. Gonna let me catch up with the wall. Hang on. Have I missed letters? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pieces. No, the wall's all up to date. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, Tantail. You can do it. N. Well, I say you can do it, but alas, that is not it. That is not it. Poor Stan. Doesn't make any sense that it's me in the middle. This is one of the trickier ones. What are we looking for? There is no N. Tantail, focus on the ones that you've got left. Because this is a slightly tricksy named one, but you've already unveiled the trickiest bit. You can do it. I'm sure you can do it. Tantail saying, sorry for my suffering chat. You guys aren't suffering, right? You're doing fine. But here we go. Here's his head. It's time. Are we gonna make it? Is this not one that's in your cookbook, Madoon? Are you not already clocked onto it? It's extra funny till you sit there yourself, says Happy Panda. Hardest thing to guess are the spaces. Could have worked if it was meat instead of me. Maybe I've got a recipe that none of you guys have got. Tantail has guessed outright. It is a seamy omelette. And it's a pun. Thanks, Wurm.
Well done.
Very, very good. I do like a bold guess at the end. So congrats, Tantail. You got there. You got there. Hang around a second and I will give you this recipe so that it can now be in your cookbook. She says, just as soon as I figure out who got it. Who got it? Is it one of the named ones? Somewhere in my list it is. There's me opening a trade window and then not being... There we go. There we go. Have a recipe, Tantail. Well done. What time are we on? 20 past. You know what? I said maybe this one will go quicker, but actually I think that was probably a 20-minute one as well. So... Oh, thank you, Ruffle. Yes, Ruffle's just popped the DRF web link back in the chat for anybody who is watching but does not quite know where we are or is not yet here. So, who else do we have in our list? Up next, I think. Ooh. I helpfully wrote it in local, didn't I? When I should have put it somewhere a little bit more permanent. Trixie? Did Trixie respond when I posted the list again a little bit earlier? Let's have a look-see. Yes, did Trixie respond, Myra? Did you see? Because I then, yes. Or they. So, super. Thanks, Myra. Might actually be easier to find it in the stream chat than it is in local. Okay, let me just straighten my screen back up again. And let me learn from the last time and start resetting the board now while we wait for Trixie to come and get in position. So I reckon at this rate, how many people did we have in our list? Trixie, Noodle, Miara, and Ruffle. Okay, I reckon we can get through that list, but probably not take on any more, because that will take us through to, depending on how fast or slow we go, somewhere between 8 and 8:30. Probably more like 8:15. And I'm trying very, very hard not to stream for hours and hours and hours right at the beginning of the weekend, because boy, am I going to be worn out before I get to my 6+ hours Saturday stream if I do that. So that's all of those reset. And let's just reset the letters. So did you answer my question, Calvert? Did I miss it? Are you planning to bring the pug boat over? Are you heading over today or tomorrow? And do any of you have any Easter plans for this weekend that don't include just playing Wurm all weekend? Because I don't. I'm going to be playing Wurm pretty much all weekend. Those meteorites are at it again. For anybody who joined us after the start of the stream, a Ritual of the Sun has just been cast on Deliverance. So if you're a mag follower, or if you have a mag priest, now's the time to get using up your sleep bonus. And let's take the pieces down. We only got as far as poor Stan's head. I did consider just trying to actually do all of the running of this on Crim instead of on an alt. But I figured it would get really, really tricksy for you guys to watch. But I kind of know. I'm kind of wondering if I should have just run down there on Crim to do it rather than having an alt do it. Like, because you can see the whole window there while I've got Crim parked here. It would be a little bit more chaotic having it all in first person. Okay, we got Trixie. Trixie is in the chair. Although, sadly, what you can't see from up here is where my candidate is sitting, because I'm up on my balcony. So there we go. We've got Trixie down here in the chair. But in order to get the whole thing in, because I refuse to do what Bun does and widen my gaming angle so that the whole thing is warped, I have to kind of sit all the way back here to keep it all in one place. So Trixie, we need Trixie to please type /random. What are we down to? 38. And that will pick us out one. So that was the See Me omelette, which is gone. We'll get rid of that and just rerun the numbers. Trixie has rolled 11. Going to go set up the gaming board and we're going to go again. Ooh, okay. Okay. Let's do this. Let me just set up the board. Less motion sickness for you, Madoon. On the other hand, I don't know, maybe not enough activity. I mean, you get to see my poor little alts just whizzing around left, right, and centre. But I don't know, maybe I should have set myself out several thrones so that I could mix it up as I go. Or just, got up and moved around a little bit. I could still get up and move around a little bit. Also, I think I just managed to turn a pillar from all the way back here, which is, let's just turn that one back. Nobody saw that, right? Right, let me count. If you got it in full screen. It is weird when you're not controlling it yourself. Especially when you're like watching a stream and also gaming in Wurm, and then you try and click to move the screen that you're watching. Is that one more, I think. Right, let me just count up to double check. And then I think we're going to be good to go. So we've got 4 letters on the end, and yep, we are good to go. Pick a letter, please, Trixie. Is Trixie going to carry on the tradition of the previous 2? Are we going to start with another E? We're going to start with something else. Confusing the gaps being wider than one sign. Yes, well, unfortunately, that's the only way you can do it without replacing the signs every time, which is a ball ache. Or Trixie starting with X. Brave. Maybe Trixie wants him hanged. Alas, there is no X in this. Wah, wah. Do you know what? I was talking about making myself some new sound alerts and emotes for the Impalong, but I just clean ran out of time. Like, I was working right up to the margin. But I feel like I could have done with like a buzzer one. Just a wah, wah. So let's go and put the beginning of our scaffolding back up on the wall. No sooner had I taken it down. Part 1. Next guess is a D. There is no D either. Alas. P.S. Did I note the points for Tantail? Oh, I didn't note them in local. That's a good point.
Son of a
But we got as far as the head, didn't we? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 points down, which means... Let me just put that in local now. So we got... which knocks 300 points off. Thanks for the prompt, Bun. And I'm just going to put that in nice, shiny, bright colours as well. So I could also, really helpfully, Bun or Myra, is one of you able to add these to the sheet as we go? I can scribble them down, go back and check them off afterwards if not. Right, where were we? So that was 2 incorrect guesses and I need to add something else. I need to add another bit of the scaffolding, don't I? Let's do that. Right. I'm on target. I know what I'm doing. It's all going fine. Fine. Let's have another guess from Trixie. Bun will fix. As I say, I can always scribble them down and add them belatedly afterwards, but thank you for W. Oh! Trixie's playing hardball. No W. Is the hangman going to get hanged? Is that how this one's going to go? We'll see. Whoever gave me a drink up, whenever that was an hour ago, you should have given me another one because my voice is going already.
Oh, excuse me.
Wow! I've just been farted at by Trixie. But I'm going to put another bit up on the board. Tempted to put 2 up just for the farting in my ear.
Oh, yes.
But I am not that
Magnificent.
unkind. Throwing my Fanta now. Not quite. I have got another one lined up, which is probably just as well because I'm about to finish my Fanta if I'm not careful. Yes, the shaman taught us ease good. Wow. Okay, Jay. I feel like Trixie is trying to... Trying to get the hangman hanged. Maybe she's got something against Stan. Maybe. There is no J. I mean, on the one hand, if you happen to get one that's got some Trixie letters in and you're able to guess them early, it does help an awful lot. But you could lose a lot of points making Trixie guesses. Living up to their name. Maybe they are Trixie. Maybe they are. Trixie's saying it's the red ones I have to guess right. T. Okay, we're getting to some more common letters now. Not doing any vowels at all. Well, but on the other hand, I mean, yes, I you know, for me, I would say that the vowels make it super, super easy to start seeing the shape of it. But on the other hand, as you're sort of racing towards the finish line, I suppose if you've still got a bunch of easy letters left, maybe you'll have an easier time. But T, there is no T. There is no T. And that's a common letter as well. That's bad luck. Did somebody tell Trixie that there's also like a dummy prize for least points? Because there ain't. I think they're just trying out a different strategy, having seen everybody go for their vowels first. They might yet pull this one out the hat. It's also possible that they've got an inkling and they're just going to play it so that it's like, you know, super tense, and then they're just going to give me like all of the letters back to back. Although that would be tricky because I don't think we have yet got a single one. So 1, 2, 3. How far behind am I on the wall? 4, 5. Is that right? 5. So we are 5 letters down, which means I am actually 1 behind on my scaffolding. So let's have the last bit of the upward strut. What do you mean the staircase is in the way? Rude. And the scaffolding is built. Next up is going to be the head. Have I missed one? I have not. Scaffolding built. Poor Stan comes next. This is the point where I kind of want to hear any theories from people in chat, but given that we don't have any letters on there at all yet, I'm not sure that any of you would have any. Also, I just realised that from this point of view, those signs are wonky, and let's just go and do them another tilt. Let's just do them one further, just so that they line up nicely. Z. Okay, now I know you're playing with me. I've got a Trixie one. I've got a Trixie one! Hydrate. Yes, hydrate. Thank you. Let's go and put his head up on the board, shall we? Well, we only need one more piece, and this will be the most that Stan has, the closest he has come to hanging thus far. Hang him. I think Trixie has decided not to play. Now we have a Q. Now we have a Q. There is no Q. You don't even know what Stan did, Calvert. You arrived too late. He's been sticking his sticky fingers in the Easter Bunny's basket to try and steal our eggs for breakfast. So he's going to meet a sticky end. And I built puns in and everything. Trixie's next guess is a G. Yeah, Trixie just wants to see the full work of art. Pretty sure that is exactly how it is. I mean, it's pretty hard to do all of these guesses and still manage to miss it, which is why I feel like there's some tactics at play here. Right, we've got Stan's body. We're going to have, what should we have, a leg or an arm? Maybe we should start with the arms. One arm. Freedom for Stan. Bring your placards. Come and line up outside the game hall. So that was, what was that one? That one was G.
Hello.
Am I all caught up? We've got one. Oh, Mimas, you're in local. Nice to see you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that correct? 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Why? Why do you do this to me, Trixie? Why do you do this to me? I think Trixie just wants me to suffer. She certainly wants Stan to. We are only a couple of points off. We've got both Stan's arms. When the final leg goes up, that's it. But thank you kindly for making it so I don't have to reset the board for the next game. Wants to see how the Hanged Man looks. One more guess. Are we finally going to get a letter? P? P? There is a P. Big P energy, says Tadtail. Oh, you ruined it. Trying so hard not to get any of the letters. I think Trixie was trying to go for a perfect worst score. Your theory is correct, Madoon. Do you think you've got it from just that one letter? If you would like to, for posterity, PM it to Catherine, not Crim, then I can quietly confirm it for you. Just as long as you keep it to yourself. V? V? Going back to safe ones, huh? Right. V, which means poor legless Stan now gets one leg. When the last one goes, last chance. Nope. Shinzu. But nice try. Stan is all geared up for this. I mean, Stan looks pretty happy, to be honest, about what's happening, but he's not going to in a minute. That's arms flailing right there. H. Oh. H. Oh, now you're all PMing me. Oh, Madoon, that doesn't count. Look at all of you doing. Just getting like, oh, Bun's got it though. But the rest of you, H. However, Trixie's going to be very disappointed because there is indeed an H in this. He does look quite jolly, doesn't he? Well, you know, it's Easter time. It is impressive fun. When I was testing it on Bun, I told him it was a common phrase. And the phrase that we tested it on was Bun was here, but it did take him a few fails. K. Okay. Okay. Well, they've done it, at long last. Poor Stan. Poor Stan. Trixie has managed to flunk the game with only 2 correct guesses. I see a bunny hopping in. Who's in bunny form? Aliana. Look at you being a sneaky bunny. Yes, Nordleys, you also got it right. So for those of you who are watching, I'm going to post it in local as well. It was fisherman soup. Now, where have they gone? Where have they gone? Where have they gone? I've lost them. Where'd you go, Trixie? God, I haven't moved. What? That's Tantail. What? How have I lost my contest? There we are. Okay, right. Let's get Trixie a copy of the fisherman soup, and then we can crack on. Yeah, fisherman soup. One fisherman soup for you. Well played, Trixie. Another one you don't have yet, Madoon. Maybe you need to play the game. Although you might just end up with one you already know. But then at least you win some points, maybe. Right, so let me go and find the list again. Where were we? So, Tantail, Trixie, Noodle. Noodle, you're up next. Now, I've only got 2 signs to reset, but I've got a lot of red ones to turn around. So we'll get there. We'll get there. Oh. Perhaps, Ruffle, after you've played the game this time, I shall nab you to come and help me do some sign turning in subsequent games. While we wait for a Noodle to step up to the chair. Whoa, whoa. Noodle is already there. Right, bear with me, Noodle. I know you're probably still on stream as well. So again, just for anybody who has joined us on stream, we are playing Hangman at the Delhi Renaissance Impalong over on Deliverance on the Southern Freedom Isles. The theme of our Hangman games are Wurm recipes. So if you think you know what's coming, or if you think you got a good guess on letters and you are not currently the one playing the game, pretty please keep it to yourself. But if you've got a burning urge to tell me that you think you know what it is, you can always PM Catherine, not Crim, and I will check it for you, where it won't get shown to everybody on stream. And what I am also going to do is, I think, because we've had a few games in and some more people might have joined us, I'm just going to repost the rules in local for anybody who's joined us since. Just as soon as I'm done turning all of these goddamn letters around. Right. How are you all doing over there in chat? Now that I've scrolled up. So often Noodle, then we've got Meowara, and then we've got Ruffle, and then we're done. If you weren't about to do this. Yeah. Yes. If you want to play this at any point in the weekend, keep your cookbooks closed. Be a good sport. Okay, so I'm just going to repeat in local the premise. Which is so Stickman Stan caught with his sticky fingers in the Easter Bunny's egg basket. And now his fate is in your hands. But not in 30 minutes, obviously. Because that's what I get for, like, trying to speed retype my bits. Shinzo. Have I missed something with Shinzo? Oh, Shinzo replied to my original call-out. Well, when I put the second call-out, I did say, have I missed anybody? So, where were you in the list, Shinzo? Let me just scroll back up for miles and see if I can find out. Bear with me just a second. Let's have a look-see.
Hello, how are you?
Shinzo. So I got Aliana, I got Tantail, I got Trixie, I got Noodle, I got Miawara. Then where am I missing Shinzo? Stands incurred Pom-Pom's wrath by nicking Easter eggs. Yes. Yes. Shinzo, if you put your hand up partway through, I'm afraid I probably did miss it in chat. So give me a second. I'm just scrolling down to try and find out where you were. Because I don't think I've seen it yet. Maybe somebody else can post it. If you can find the log and post it back in local, we'll add it into the running. Mm-hmm. 1822. I think that was before I'd actually asked for names. Sorry, Shinzo, that's why I wasn't clocking it, because when I announced it, I said I would then ask for names, and I think I asked for them a little bit after that. I don't think we can get you on the list today, Shinzo. Are you going to be around for the weekend though? Because we're running this 2 more times, so there will still be time. We'll play with you another day. Right, sorry. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. Now what was I doing? I was just reposting. I was just going to repost the premise and the rules for anybody who has joined us since. So bear with me while I find them on Catherine, or in fact, you know, it's probably just going to be easier for me to copy paste them afresh. So we are plucking a Wurm recipe at random from a curated selection in my cookbook, which is why I'm asking people to please not open their cookbooks and go and spoiler it. And if you want to play at any point across the weekend, maybe don't spoil yourself there either. But as I said, if you think you've got a burning urge, you think you know what the answer is, and you want to shout it at me, you can just PM it. Either PM it, Catherine, or just wait and see. Just don't shout it out in chat or on the stream. Pretty please, and thank you. Ruffle is kindly also offering Shinzo her slot. So let's just post a couple more. That's the one asking people to please not beep in their cookbooks. Keep it fun, and don't shout out in local or on stream. Pretty please. Okay. Right. Rules reposted. Let's get Noodle going. So Noodle, please roll. What do we want? We now want / random 37, down to 37 recipes. So let me just take that last one out. Fisherman's soup is now gone. Going to reset the numbers on my sheet. And Noodle has rolled 33. So I'm going to go set that one up, and then we're going to go again. Now, Noodle was telling me earlier that Noodle does not know much at all about cooking in Wurm or in real life. So I think you'll manage this one all the same, Noodle. I'm sure you will. Probably. Maybe. Right, let's set up our board. We've got... how many characters have we got in this one? Just 14, including the space. How hard can it be? Probably. Maybe. Also now bothering me that my signs aren't all turned the same way. Oh no, we're going to go the long way around, guys. Right, there we go. So, what do we got? I also have to be really, like I said this earlier, I have to be really careful when I'm like laying all of these out, not to like mouth the letters as I'm going through and double checking them all on stream. That would be so like me to do. And I think we are ready to go. We are. I just need to stand back down, see if he's going to get hanged more than once in the night. Let's hope not. Poor Stan. He was just hungry. He just didn't realise that he couldn't eat bunny eggs. Or that the bunny was a tyrant. Just heard somebody die. I think it was probably a guard. I hope it was a guard. We've not got a death tab. Is that all my pieces back? Yes, it is. You hope you get a food related to noodles. Well, I guess we'll find out, won't we? So, ready and yeah, I know, Tantail. Like, even as I'm doing it, I'm like kind of counting out in my head. Likewise as well, like when somebody does a guess and I'm going like counting my way along the letters. just don't watch my mouth too closely. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Right. Go, go, go. First guess for Noodle. E! Noodle has learned from the people before them. So, there is indeed an E. It can be noodles. I might have to eat noodles later. I live in a little rural village, and they've currently closed off 2 out of the 3 ways into the village, which means none of the takeouts are delivering over here. My groceries order earlier in the week got turned around and sent back because they couldn't find their way in. So I'm going to be like foodless like a peasant. Maybe all I've got is noodles in the cupboard. I might have to actually go out shopping. A is the next guess. Right. There's no A in noodles, Noodle. Nope. And I get to start rebuilding my scaffolding. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let me close my, what's Crim got in her pockets is backpack full of recipes. See, now this is the other reason why I needed to have an alt running around, because if I was running around doing all of the thing on Crim, sod's law, I would just open my inventory at the wrong time or in the wrong place and give the whole game away. Sounds about right. Grew up in a village. Noodle trying to remember the alphabet right now. I. Okay. I. No I's either. Good strategy, though, starting with the vowels. Just not the right ones. Are there any vowels up there at all? Yes, there's an E. There's an E up there. I mean, how many vowels have you tried so far? Hang on. Have I cocked it up? Oh! Wait, Noodle. I have cocked it up. There is, in fact, an A in it. It's a good thing somebody's paying attention, right? Even if that person is not me. Rigged. Oh, I'm sorry, Noodle. Let me just double check. Okay. Now we are correct. Let's just go and grovel. Grovel at Noodle's feet. Sorry, Noddle. Noddle. Sorry, Noodle. Wait, did I miss a pun? Noodle dangers. Danger noodles. 2 vowels. You've got 2 vowels up, Noodle. You got this. Oh, carrying on a theme. Now that is a good pick. We've got 1 there. We've got 1 there. Come on, Noodle, you're on a roll. You can do it. You can do it. Thank you for pinning that message, Ruffle. It's good to have mods. You. Carrying on with the vowels. Lucky for you, there is indeed a U. Keep seeing these bunnies hopping around, and every time I'm like, is it somebody who's yellow potion themselves? Is it a pom on a rampage? Okay, so still only 1 bit of the scaffolding up. You're doing well, Noodle. No more vowels. So, what are your options now? How are you guys doing in chat? Just watching me like whiz around. I feel like some of you in chat, well, yeah, all right, maybe it's not quite gettable yet. Soon. All right, Noodle's gone for a C. Oh, I'm going to get to rebuild my scaffolding, though, because there are no Cs, and that sounds like we've just got a gale arriving on Deliverance. Oh, it's going back up. It's going back up. Yeah, it is. Begins again. Twoflex wasn't you. What, kicking off the gale? Good to see you, Twoflex. So we're not just playing Hangman this weekend. We've also got some flying cows where you can try catapulting cows towards targets. We've got Find the Cheese. We've got trivia games. We've got a variety of passive games that you can do, like where you got to like find all the signs, put them together, come up with an answer, find the song lyrics, answer riddles. There's a museum quiz, all kinds of fun stuff going on. We've got a Storage Wars game. I knew I missed one when I did the announcement at the start of stream. We've got a Storage Wars game right at the end of Saturday, I think. Right, Noodle's guessing S, which is normally a pretty safe guess, but not this time. Sorry, Noodle. Wah, wah. You don't see the phrase. We do have Storage Wars, yes, Shinzo. Probably better for somebody like Myra or Bun or somebody in local to tell you what's happening with Storage Wars, because that will take a bit more explaining than I can do whilst also doing all of these things. But also there might, I don't know if we've yet got information about it on the website, Bun or Myra, but I'm sure somebody can post the activities log, which will tell you about the rest of the games if Storage Wars does not yet have something up there. So, try another noodle. Needed to be a comma there. Try another, comma, noodle. I mean, maybe this is something that you could put with your noodles. I can't say I would recommend it. You don't think you have this one either, Madoon? You need this recipe, do you, Northleys? I think Madoon does too. I moved your wall art. Calvert, I didn't move your wall art, but I did take it upstairs to make the bath, which you were so enjoying earlier. So, you know, you just need to make another, and then you can put it back, and I will begrudgingly allow the wall art if you're that dedicated to it. Noodle's going for an N. Nope. No N's in noodles. Or at least not these ones. Which means, have I built the right amount of scaffolding? I've got to put another one up. We've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3, 4. 4 wrong answers so far. I am indeed up to date. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4. If anybody can hear that crashing in the background, that's meteors falling again, because we have just about a couple of hours ago cast a Ritual of the Sun on Deliverance for any of you who are mag followers or priests. Keep at it, Noodle. You can do it. You can do it. Thanks, Myra. Have you also popped that in local, Myra? Because Shinzo was asking in local. Just for anybody else who... I think Shinzo's probably on the stream as well, but just in case. Maybe pop it there too. So, Noodle, give us another. Aw. Aw. I'm sorry, Noodle. There is no R. You've had several now of what should be safe guesses. But in this one, clearly they are just not. Does that mean the scaffolding is about to be complete? Next, we're going for his head. Yeah, N and R and I, they are common letters. They are just not, sadly, in this particular one. First word is obvious. It's the second one that's bugging you, Madoon. Well, not obvious to everybody, evidently. And bear in mind, English is not Noodle's first language, which also adds an extra level of tricky. Hello, Yups. You've got a phrase in mind. Wait, hang on. Hang on. Just give me a second. Yups might be onto something. I don't see the phrase. Yups. Okay. Oh, yups. Yups. You got me. Right. Poor Noodle. It's just not fair, is it? That's twice now I've cocked it up, and both times it was on yours. So sorry. Right, but I'm going to take 2 pieces off, because that's twice now that you've been scuppered by my ineptitude. And you just guessed, what did you just guess? You gave us a T? You gave us a T. There is indeed a T in it. So let's... We got it. We got it. You got it. Oh, I owe you another grovel. Crim can spell. Thanks for the reminder, Ruffle. Put. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you. There are more. Hopefully the first word is now recognizable. Have we now got them all? Have I missed any? All of you guys who are watching much more eagle-eyed than me. It is indeed. It is indeed. It is indeed tomato ketchup. Well done, Noodle. Oh, I'd have felt really, really shitty if it was such a super uncommon one as well, and I cocked you up so many times on that. Okay, tomato ketchup it is.
Well done.
Not putting in that C put in a spanner in the works. I know it did, Madoon. We took an extra 50 points back, so Noodle is actually only 3 points down, which means... Noodle, you leave with the most points so far, in fact. 850 points. And even if I hadn't taken that extra one off for my cock up, that still would have been the most points. However, Noodle, I also have a recipe for you as an apology. Not as an apology, you get a recipe anyway, but let's. See, this is an important bit of any Wurmian's cookbook, because if you don't have tomato ketchup, there's a bunch of other things that you just can't make. Now, we're supposed to have 2 more contestants, but my goodness, we're wearing on a little bit, so let's see how fast I can reset this. Can I do it? Can I do it? In fact, tell you what, let's leave those as they are. Let's just change the letters. Miawara is up next, I think. And let's just have a look. Yes, well done to all of the people who sent me ketchup. And for those of you that were desperately trying to fit potato in there, I can see why. Can skip you. Well, we'll see how we get on, Ruffle, but thank you. I can always put you at the start of another day. If not. Apart from anything else, what I don't want to do is take people away from the imping hall for too long. Because we've got our next game at 9 o'clock in 50 minutes. So actually, if that is all right with you, Ruffle, maybe we do Miawara, finish up, and then make sure that everybody gets a bit of a break before they start flinging cows across Deliverance. And you get first dibs on the next one of these at the run-up. So I'm just going to update people in local. So Ruffle has kindly offered to hold her place till the next game. So we'll wrap up with Miawara. And you can take a break. Also, those poor priests are never going to forgive me if I keep taking people away from the Impalong for too long. When do we chase pigs in the arena? Trixie, well, that depends. Whenever the GMs allow it. So, have I reset the board? I've reset the board, but what I haven't done, actually, I haven't reset the red ones yet, have I? So let's get these back, so that we don't start with scaffolding in place. We're doing our last round of Hangman. What have we got to turn back around? I wonder if maybe as a safety feature for the next one, I should also have one of the staff double checking in the background to make sure I haven't missed anything when I'm grasshoppering back around. But I will do my very bestest to not miss one again. She says. We'll try. Okay, is that all of them? I think that is all of them. If you look to the north on the ground, you can see 3 bunnies. So there are. Very good, memers. Okay, right. Miara is ready to go. So am I? Oh, I knew I'm missing an A.
Well done.
Please type. We are now down to random. We're down to 36. 36. And let's take the last one off our list and reset the numbers. So there goes tomato ketchup. And let's just reset those numbers there. Feel serious. Miawara has rolled a 29. Thank you. I'm going to reset the board, which is exactly what I've just told people in local. Going to reset the board, and then we're good to go for our very last round of today. So, number 29, what are we looking at? Ooh. Okay. All right. We have got 1 space here. This is a 4-word one as well. And a space there. How many spaces am I going to have? Maybe we leave that one as a space as well. So is that it? Right, that is it. Ah, we are ready. Yeah, Ruffle has stepped down for today's one. We're going to do it at the start of the next, because otherwise we're going to run right up to the next game, which doesn't give anybody a break. Also means that the poor priests are like missing a whole bunch of people for all of their sermons, and also, I'm sure you guys are going to run out of juice if you haven't already. Just watching Hangman on stream. I need to do a little quick bit of a run around before we finish. Ready when you are, Miawara. Miawara is starting with an A. Now, Crim can spell if Crim pays attention. So, we do indeed have some A's.
Hello.
Thanks, Madoon. In fact, we've got several. What's that? 3? 3 A's. Nos, rude. E next from Yawara. You've got it already, have you, Madoon? You are welcome. Welcome to PM it to Catherine if you want to. It might be one of those, if you know it ones. So, We have ease. Not the naughty kind. Only the good kind. Whoop, not that one. Nearly. Nearly. How's that looking? Yep. And then an S, just in case it was ass. Ah, Tantail and Madoon. You have indeed got it. So, SSS. Ooh. Are we going to get our first full point score of the Impalong? On the ones where you can lose points, anyway. We'll find out. We'll find out. There's our S. Yeah, Shinzo, you got it. You got it. I missed something, Tantail. I did not. I don't think I missed anything. T. Meowara says T. T, T, T. Oh, yes. Yes. Tantail read the wrong bit. Nordley's got it too. Well done, guys. You're all catching up. Yeah, you got it just from the A's, Madoon. It's a good one. Okay, Meowara's going for I next. There is indeed an I. There is. There's one all the way over here. Madoon. I saw that pun and I laughed, which means I suppose I have to allow it. Madoon said vampires go well with steaks. Let me just check I haven't missed any. Don't think I have. Well done, Meowara.
Well done.
Excellent. Well, that was a nice speedy round, which means it is 20 past, which means we've got 40 minutes until the next game.
Well done.
1,000 points for Meowara. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. And also a steak and ale pie recipe. Oh my goodness. Right, so any of you that are hanging around watching in local, you can now flee back to the Impalong building for sermons if we haven't just missed a sermon. So I'm just going to wrap up the stream sort of like in the next 10 minutes, which still gives us a half an hour break. But the next game running is... I can turn my thing down. My next game countdown is in 39 minutes, Flying Cows, which is at its own separate deed, just to the southeast of the Impalong site. So you literally just head out the gates, look for the brightly coloured rainbow flags if you want to go play flying cows, and I'm sure that... oh! Hello, Yups. Yups came and joined me up on the podium. And I'm sure that that Myra or Bun are going to start announcing more about that in local shortly. So if you are not familiar with it, you're not sure what's going to be happening there, there will be a lot of information coming soon. But also, if you joined us a little bit later or you didn't catch the link earlier when we were around, that is a list of the events, the scheduled events that are happening at the DRF across the weekend. And there is also on that page a bit of information about what happens in each of those. So thank you for your patience. Guys, particularly those of you watching on stream for whom Hangman is not your jam. I appreciate that this was probably a more static stream than you are used to. We might have to do a little bit of jiggery pokery. I don't know if we want to do all three of them on stream, so maybe we'll do a little bit of swapping around, either of my hours or of game times. But we might get to do another one on there. We'll see how we go. Maybe Saturday's one. But I can reset the board a bit later, I suppose. In theory, it works. I think you just kind of need like 2 or 3 people doing it. But this was our first time ever trying to run it, let alone running it on stream. So, you know, there's kinks to be worked out. But we're getting there. Also, look, I dressed up my shiny alt in a supreme tunic, no less. So she's looking all fancy in Crim's party outfit. Most of that stuff is called. Now, I left my horse somewhere. Where did I leave my horse? Thanks, Myra. Hello, Taka. I didn't see you slip in there. Good to see you. You like the blue hood. I like it too. I have a feeling when I first... So, most of this outfit is actually... This outfit was originally coloured the same as my Pirate Crim outfit, and the sleeves, in fact, are part of the Pirate Crim outfit. But then I think I started changing it up and trying different things. So as you can see, the main tunic actually got turned into a grey, and I think I started with a grey set somewhere before I changed my mind. So poor Catherine has got a cobbled together set of slightly mismatched gear, but it's fine. It's fine. Nobody wants to be all matchy-matchy anyway. Yeah, as Myra says, we're testing out a few new games this year. So new ones for this year are 0 to 100, which Myra is going to be running on Friday and on Saturday. Bun Was Here is a brand new one for this year. It's a treasure hunting game of sorts. Bun has been taking selfies on his travels out and about around Deliverance. If you can identify where they are and write down either the name of the deed or the name of the area if it's not on deed, or the coordinates, and give them to Bun, you will get points for every one of those that you get correct. There's 7 of those in total to do, and I don't know if they've all been released yet. Bun Was Here. There's a little bit of a guide on how to play the game. I don't know if Bun has posted up his locations yet, but perhaps Myra or Bun can answer. It might be they have not. Okay, so they're not yet released, but they will be. So those are both new for this year. Hangman is new for this year. Storage Wars is making a return because we have done Storage Wars before. Flying Cows is DRF classic. For anybody who doesn't mind catapulting corpses about, I prefer lit pumpkins for me, but you know what? Whatevs. And hopefully there's going to be some other unscheduled things like Find the Cheese and trivia and bits and pieces just as and when we find a gap and somebody has energy. So yes. Did I type all that out and then just not post it? So yeah, Flying Cows is the next one in 35 minutes. And for anybody who is wanting to run over there, who is still watching on stream and is not sure where to go for it, it is over the other side of these, just off deed. So you can go out either this gate here, or the slightly easier and more straightforward way to go is past the lovely game hall where we were just now, past Sid's beautiful dye shop, if I do say so myself, because I built it, and head out one of these gates here, I think, because you should find it just over here, literally on a diagonal off the top. So any of you that are coming to play Flying Cows next, this is the deed you are looking for. And Myra and or Bun will post some information about what that entails when they start doing their announcements. So head over there if you want to fling some cows or watch some other people fling some cows. It's tricky to do unless any of you happen to be geniuses with war machines. If we've got any PvP players kicking around, that is a maze, and I'm not going to walk into that trap. And for anybody who wasn't with us at the start of the stream, we've also got a market hall set up here where people are dropping their merchants. So if you've brought a merchant with you, if you want to sell some stuff, just speak to a staff member and we'll get you set up in there. Maybe go and have a browse of the ones that are already there. At some point over the weekend, we hope that we will get some nice arena shenanigans from one of our lovely GMs. This is the arena when we do. If you suddenly hear fighting breaking out or strange messages in the event window, it's probably the arena that's to blame. But of course, the main bit of the event is the imping, which happens over in this grand Impalong building just here. And Still people farting in my presence. How rude. Priest on the ground floor. We've got a pizzeria on the next floor up, where you can sit as an AFK lounge. You can also get some food up there if anybody's hunting for food. There is an LMC which everybody has access to on that upper floor. Then we've got the crafting halls above it. So you've got most of your hot crafting on the roof, anything that goes in forges, but also pottery, stone cutting is up there. All of your metal armor smithing, shield smithing, weapons, all of that up on the roof. And in the one just below it, there you've got your cold crafts like leatherworking, tailoring, carpentry, papyrus making, toy making, ones like that. So that is where all of your imping and enchanting happens. And this gets asked a few times a day in local. So it's a trap. If I get stuck in the maze, I get a prize. No, thank you. Nope. 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 I completely forgot what I was saying now. Fun, you threw me off. What was I saying, guys? Something about the imping buildings. No, I've lost it. I'm sure whatever it was riveting. Oh, Calvert, if you're still there, I brought that supreme longsword, which I was determined that you would not forget, so it's sitting here waiting for you when you arrive to get that goddamn thing imped up. Had you forgotten it already? Tell me you haven't just been hunting around your deed being like, where did she put it? Look at the bunnies! Bunnies everywhere. You too can be a bunny, if you so choose. All it takes is a yellow potion. Or a GM lurking nearby. So now we're back to the lovely tink 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 of sounds. There is so much food, indeed, Madoon. There are some beautiful table displays of food, but as I said, there's also an LMC where you can just drop in and help yourself. God, what was I saying? I really need to knock Grasshopper away from stuff. You'd think I would have learned by now, but I have not. And there is 21 hours and 28 minutes left on the Ritual of the Sun timer for anybody who is a mag follower or a mag priest. But, Madoon, you take that back. Bun is a bun all day long. I'll allow it. It's an animal pun. Animal puns are allowed. Eating animals, though, very, very bad. Eat people. Much more efficient. There's much more of them. Somewhere in my backpack. I've got my, where are we? Somewhere in here. Not in the runes. Oh, I know. It's in treasure. There we go. There they are. Somewhere. There we go. Cannibal Crim has friends for dins. Who else have I got? What else have I got? Mumix the Menace strikes again. We've got a Mumix book here. Thicket Woves tickles with sickles. We've got Sid's Jars, make a girl see stars, which is absolutely true. You should go and have a look at her lovely, lovely shop. Blow raspberries up for foe. Sorry, Raspberry. Sorry. Your curry calls for human meat, Madoon. We've got a bun one. Speaking of bun. Where's bun? I'm sure I brought a bun one. Somewhere I thought I had buns, puns for frolics and fun. But perhaps I've put them somewhere. Oh! I think I put it in my horse, in fact. I knew I had a bun one somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. We got an Oops Pub did it again. Buns, puns for frolics and fun. Madoon masters the border hop. Madoon, you're in there as well. Rustler of Gigantic Sheep. Calvert's famous last words. Yep, there he is. Yups, Poppery Primper Supreme. See, I've got all of you guys. All in my pocketses. Or my horse's pocketses, you know. Hey, that's not my crocodile. But yes, so I'm going to be adding some more books to my collection. And ooh, I've just seen that. gorgeous colour on those saddle sacks. What is that? Whose is this beautiful creature? And like, what is that colour? I need to know now that I'm here. What is it? What is it? What is it? Leather barding. It's Yups! Yups. 126, 57, 129. That is a really, really nice colour.
What is?
I approve. No. You've got it all wrong. In fact, it's no. Usually. Those are usually his last words as he dies. Besides, I've only killed him... It does kind of suck that I'm losing count. I've only killed him 3 times. I think. And only once in Wurm, in fairness. It is a very, very nice colour. Yups. Very fancy. Thoroughly approve. Bun's moved. But only a few paces. So yes, come along to the Impalong if you are not already here. Even if you're a Northern Freedom Isles player, if you just want to come and do some skilling here, even though you can't take your stuff back and forth, you can still come hang out with the community, play some games, get some skill. Come join us if you want to. We are on the north coast of Deliverance, about here, right snap down in the centre. But also there is a website link, which I'm sure has been posted recently. 3 times too many, Calvert. 1 time was because you were stuck in a forge and you were grateful. And Dragonfang was exciting. Like, I'm pretty sure that you were more grateful that I suggested we jump off Dragonfang and die than that we attempt to climb back down it. Because the going up was hard, but the coming down... that would have been way, way harder. Which we learned the next time we went up a mountain and did, in fact, try to walk our way back down. Bun!
Goblin Glee.
So rude. I think Bun's just vying for a slap. Ooh, somebody in white. Don't often see people in white. But yeah, come along, bring your stuff. Make sure that you put your name on it before you drop it. Flying Cows is starting now in 26 minutes, so it is not long at all. And there are going to be some more activities across the weekend. Those are the only 2 scheduled for today, but there might be some ad hoc ones a little bit later. And then we've got another round of Flying Cow and Hangman tomorrow, 0 to 100. And then another one of those on the Saturday. We've got our Easter egg hunt on Saturday, and then I'm running Go Fetch and Hangman. Maybe not Hangman on stream, I don't know. Maybe Hangman on stream. I feel like doing it all 3 days on stream might be a little bit much. Maybe I'll skip Fridays, or just shuffle it around on Friday. And then we'll do it on Saturdays. But I'm also playing Go Fetch on Saturday, so come and fetch stuff for me, see if you can get points, get them to me first. And then the event wraps up on Sunday after a fishing contest. And you've got a few hours between the deadline for getting all of your guessing game answers in, and the final scoring and the prize giving. So I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. You'll probably need a little bit of a break from me and a little bit of a break, maybe from Wurm, for a few minutes if you're about to go and play. Just the one shoulder pad, Sam.
Hello, how are you?
Hello. If any of you are about to play Flying Cow and we're also playing or hanging around in Hangman, you probably also need a little bit of a break as well. But just to reiterate the earlier offer, if any of you are wanting to get here but are coming, for example, from the Northern Freedom Isles or don't have a boat, aren't able to get here by other means, all you have to do is get to a portal through to Deliverance, and then you can try asking in Freedom, or you can try PMing one of the staff like Bunlows or Myra Lux to ask if you can get a summon, and we will summon you right here with your stuff, if you've got any. So do come, hang out, have fun. And on my cooldown, there you go, there's the streaming schedule for the weekend. The activity schedule is up on the website. You only found 1 shoulder pad so far, Samwise. There will be more opportunities to get the other, I'm sure. Thanks for coming and hanging out, all of you. And hopefully we will see some more of you in the event at local over the course of the weekend. And I will be back tomorrow from about 3:30 p.m. server time. But as I said, I might do a little bit of shuffling and just shuffle around what we're doing tomorrow, either my streaming times or maybe the game times, so that we can do something not Hangman tomorrow, have a day off. I will still run it. I just may not run it on stream. Then see how we go. But there will be more opportunities. And if Ruffle is around, Ruffle gets to be first, as she very, very kindly gave up her slot so that we weren't playing it for like 2.5 hours today. Right. Good night, guys. I will see some of you around and some of the rest of you tomorrow. Take care.